Okay, welcome to Unit 2, Day 3. What we're going to be doing here is taking a look at like terms, which is a review from the last lesson. And then what we're going to do is we're going to learn how to add and subtract polynomials. Now, what that means is polynomials, just an algebraic expression that would have two or more terms. So we're going to figure out how to do this. So before we go into that, let's just do a quick review. So what I would like you to do is, this is a warm-up, and what I'd like you to do is pause the video and do the warm-up yourself and then check to see if you got it right. So pause it right now and then come back and see how you did. Okay, for the first part, the like terms are always the ones with the same letters. So the like terms here would be this one, and this one, but this would be something different. In B, anything with an x and a y would be a like term, so that one, and that one, but this would be something different. To simplify by collecting like terms, that's what you did last day. And what you were supposed to do was label your items that are the same, and the ones that are different you couldn't do anything with. So it would mean that you're going to add the 3x squared minus the 5x squared plus the x squared, which is the same as 1x squared. So that would be negative 2x squared plus 1. So negative 2x squared plus 1 would be negative 1x squared. But the only one that would be different would be this one. So you just write it at the end, minus 2x squared y. Okay, that's that part. This one, this would be the same, that would be the same, even though it's x and y, it doesn't matter. And that's the same. So when you combine those together, because this is different, there's a 1 here. That would be 2xy plus 2xy, so you get 4xy. And then that one's different, so it would just be minus 4x. And you're done. On the last one, it would be that one, and that's it. And these two are the same. So these two would turn into 9x squared y. And these would be 2 minus 5 would be negative 3x squared. Okay, hopefully you got those right. If you didn't, I would go back to the last day's lesson, which would be day 2 for Unit 2, and watch that video again. Okay, next little part. What we're going to do here is we're going to take a look at getting rid of brackets. So sometimes we're going to have a sign, either positive or negative, that's going to be in front of a bracket. And what you're going to do is you're going to distribute it. So you're going to multiply it by every other sign that's in the brackets. So in the first one, it would just become plus 5x squared. In the second one, it would be negative 3xy. And the last one would stay plus 2y. And the reason is these are really double signs. Remember, a positive and a positive make a positive. A negative and a negative make a positive. And if you have a positive and a negative, they make a negative. So just remember that part. And if you do, you can use this double sign rule to get rid of stuff. So that would get rid of, that would get rid of, and that would get rid of. So the first one would become plus a squared b minus 2a squared and minus 3b. Okay, try the last two yourself, and maybe I'll start you off on this one. There's nothing in front of this one, so just rewrite it. But this one you're going to have to fix. So pause it right now, then tell me what you got. Okay, you should get negative 5x plus 3y. And we're not having to add anything together. All we're just doing here is just getting rid of the brackets. We're not moving into actually simplifying. Okay, in this one, you should get, if you haven't done so already, plus 2x and minus 4y. So our goal here is just to get rid of brackets. We're not going to add or subtract anything yet. Okay, in this part, we're now going to actually simplify after we get rid of the bracket. So this will be the next step. So let's just figure out these little notes here. To add or subtract polynomials, you combine like terms, like we learned before, and like terms have the same variables raised to the same exponents. So for this one, you're going to do the same thing. The first one stays the same. This one is going to have the plus combining with both things in the bracket, and you get that. But the next step we want to do is make sure we start to do our like terms. So those are the same. So the 2x and the 8x would turn into 10x, and the negative 7y and the negative 3y would become negative 10y. That's going to be your answer, and that's all you can do. So the same thing, whoops, for this one, the first bracket stays the same. This one would distribute, and you get negative 2x minus 4. Those are the same. Those are the same. Oh, sorry. Those are the same as triangles. And you can combine the circles because those are like terms, and you would get 3x. And then the triangles would combine, and you would get 11 minus 4 would be positive 7. And that's your answer. Done. Okay, stop the video here and then move on to part 2.